Hey everyone. It's Tuesday, October 21st, in the afternoon, just after market close actually. And I'm sharing this because today with the movement of silver dropping almost 8%, 9%, uh, I was just going back to God and saying, what is going on with this? My personal conviction on that was it was going one way and before it would crash. And in any event. And God, he revealed to me these sort of specific numbers of where it would crash to when it does crash. But it was more than that because I'm saying, God, what is going on? Like, why are we having to go through this? And I'm like, I feel like I have this map of like a third of a map and not the full map. And in any event, this was going all day, so I'm praying off and on and trying to, get my spirit right and the right attitude. And because honestly, in the end, none of it matters. We know that. Like all that matters is salvation, and that is what matters most. And for me, what matters on this channel is to share the love of God, um, and what He's revealed to me. And today, what He revealed to me is one thing. He said, "Ben, what does an earthquake look like?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And we know that the wealth transfer will come with shaking. And we know it'll be shaking in the financial markets, in the equities, in the silver, the commodities, in everything, in cryptos. All of it is going to be shaking. The dollar values themselves will be shaking, will be changing. And God's like, what does that look like? So, in here you can see. So then I'll show you what at first image that came to me when God started speaking about this, and it looked like this, almost exactly like this. And maybe if I think I can hide myself here. But no, you can see exactly what it is. So as an earthquake's coming, the amplitudes start to go up. This is what ChatGPT created as an amplitude for an earthquake. And I'm like, God's like, what does that look like? And I'm like, yeah, that looks like what's going on in the market. So to me, that was comforting. Maybe it's not comforting to everyone, but we can expect a lot of volatility, is what God is saying. And He wants us to be seeking Him during these times and finding the comfort that comes from Him. Because if our comfort and our assurance is coming from what we have financially or what we trust in, like God is shaking those things because it's not to shake the church. He wants to shake the world. He wants to shake those that trust in the finances in the financial world. And that's what he's doing. And we do know this. We've heard this and I've heard this, but to have this reassurance given to me today was helpful for me. So that is why I'm sharing it. And God said that I could share that. And this here, let's go back to this other image. So this here, what I saw is I saw a building crumbling, and this building that was crumbling was the current financial structure and control that exists and has existed, since maybe 60 years, since the gold standard was removed. And as that shakes and crumbles, everything is shaking. Even the new is going to shake because it's all experiencing. This is what God showed me. It's like it's a whole city. So it's all shaking at the same time. So despite the fact that God has said, okay, like you could like he's told me personally to myself, he said, you can trust in XRP as much as you trust in me. And that's not to put my trust in it, but God saying he's behind it. And so we know the end result, and God wants us to have faith to believe that the end result is sure. And despite what we see in front of us, and this is what faith is despite what we see, despite what we can sense in the world around us, despite the fact that the world says that there is no God, despite the fact that the world says no, we don't trust in that. You can't trust in that. There is no spiritual realm. There is all that you see, it's all imaginary. Despite that, we have faith. And God continued to show up. And so um, this is what I wanted to share today. The other part of this vision that I saw as I was praying today is, and I'm just going to move me here, um, is the other side. You can see here, yeah, XRP. This other building, the piece of land that's going up, that's what I saw to XRP. So that building stayed steady, and how that can happen in a an earthquake. There can be land rises that change. Well, that's what I saw is that XRP, this land rise, boof, it was moved up at the same time as everything else was crumbling. Um, and again, I am not a financial advisor. I do not have a license to make any recommendation. So this is just simply what God is sharing with me, and it's for entertainment purposes. I must say that legally. So I hope everyone that blessed you, and that's all. Thanks very much.